Junks are on a road trip today. We're at the Monumental Sports Network studios in Washington, D.C. Happy to be joined in said studio by the head coach of your Washington Mystics, Eric Thibault, joins us. Coach, thanks for joining us. We appreciate the time.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yep. During the playoff push, you're taking time out of your day. You could be game planning. You carved a chunk out for the Junks, and we do appreciate that.
I had to come and get my mind right for the day. You know,
Right.
This is the right way to start for a big game.
How shocked are you that you're in this position
After the
at this
start?
point? Yeah.
A little bit shocking.
Yeah.
You know, 0-12. You don't even in your worst case scenarios. You don't think about 0-12, and to get from that point to now having a chance to play our way into the playoffs is.
What were you
shocking.
going through at 0-12? Like, what was that grind like for you? Was your brain exploding? Did you see that coming? That kind of start? No.
No. We had some injuries right off the bat. We actually played well, like really well opening night. Had a chance to beat New York opening night and lost, basically a one-possession game. We had a bunch of close ones, and actually 0-10, 0-11, 0-12. We played really well, so you had hope it was coming. But every
Do
day
you
you looked
sleep at that point? Like, personally, what's it like? You're the head coach of a team, a professional team that is 0-10, 0-11, 0-12. Like, what's it like after the game? Can you decompress at all?
Not easily. No, not easily. I don't know. I think we were pretty good about trying to find some solutions. That's all you can really do in that situation. Sleep was not great. You feel I think you probably feel the weight of the responsibility for everybody when you're the head coach of the team in that situation. And
Hey, I'm the head coach of 2 soccer teams right now. Now, they're 7- and 8-year-olds.
it's all on
It's a
you.
little
It's all on
different.
you. You got to solve it all. So I did see progress, like I was saying in the later stages of that. So you kind of had some hope, but you need to win one. Get that.
Yeah,
one
what's
back.
that like walking into your bosses at 0-9, 0-10? Like, I know that Ted is a notoriously loyal guy, but at some point he had to be like, got to get a win here at some point. What was that dynamic like?
Well, we lost the 2 games back-to-back at home at Cap One against Chicago and Indiana, but he was sitting courtside there and he saw us play well. Yeah. I think that's the thing that helped. You're trying to do a little convincing to them, almost trying to convince yourself, like, hey, this is going to turn. We're playing well. We're playing good basketball. It's going to turn, and luckily it did. And even these last couple of weeks with a really young team, we're just kind of on a run that maybe we still didn't expect.
Yeah, they probably have great confidence now because of how they've played the last 10 games. You've won 7 out of 10. You're right there in the mix, currently the 8 seed. 2 other teams I think you have identical records with those teams. But you play the Liberty, best team in the league, and they haven't wrapped up the 1 seed yet. You said they need 1 win. So I assume they're playing all their studs tonight. And then, of course, Caitlin Clark. We think Caitlin Clark's going to play on Thursday. So let's talk about the Liberty. How do you defend them?
You just have to make everything really uncomfortable for them. If you just let them run their stuff and move the ball and shoot threes, it's going to be a long night. But we've played them a lot over the past couple of years, including a playoff series last year. I think we have defended them relatively well. I don't know. We got to ride the wave a little bit, like not try to do too many different things.
Right.
Play good. We've been playing good defense. Need to get some easy offense off of our defense and try to ride our home crowd a little bit.
Now, Leah Edwards was out this past game, the Dream game, with the ankle injury. Is she back for the Liberty game?
I don't know if we'll have her tonight. She's doubtful for tonight.
Okay.
But hopefully it's not too serious, and we'll get her back. If not Thursday, then maybe a playoff run.
Right.
Did you know that Caitlin Clark was this good?
Yes.
You did. You're not
Yes.
surprised.
No, I'm not surprised.
Since when? Like, have you known about her for 4 years, 3 years? How long? Because most people, it's in the last year.
My sister was coaching at Minnesota as an
Okay.
assistant when Caitlin came in, and she's brash now, Caitlin, but she was brash as a freshman going into college and playing with a lot of confidence. So we saw it early. I think probably maybe by her junior year, you're like, oh, this is like a real deal. WNBA
How are the
franchise
Thibauts
player.
ranked in terms of coaching?
Oh, I'm
Pops
third. I'm
number
third.
one?
I'm third. Unfortunately,
You're down the list.
My dad's got the the Hall of Fame resume, and my sister is the head coach at Fairfield now, and they had I think they finished 31-2 last year.
Wow.
And won
That's great.
their league. So
Was there ever a thought not to stick in the family business, or was it you were just like destined to be a coach?
I thought I was going to be a sports journalist. So I went to journalism school
Okay.
and then started working with the the team at Mizzou. I was playing with the women's team as a practice player and got back into the coaching side. And
you picked the right path.
You loved it.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun, I think.
Depends on at 0-12, I wasn't sure.
Right. Yeah. No, but I want to get back to Caitlin though, and just for a moment. Because I was always struck when she first came into the league, and she had a little bit of a transition right before she really, got going. Now she's like full blown. She's in her mode. And there were quotes from Gino Auriemma, one of the greatest of all time, right? And he kind of knocked her a little bit, said that like he didn't really recruit her, right, because he thought she was a little. So when she was kind of struggling in that transition, I thought his analysis wasn't fair. So you had no doubt that her talent, because he said she was a little slow and that she wasn't quite as athletic, and he wasn't surprised that she was struggling. You had no doubt about her abilities.
I'm not surprised that any rookie struggles.
Yeah.
Especially she had a brutal schedule to start the year. It's notoriously hard for guards coming into our league, and so she struggled for about a month, and that was it. So, we're all in for it the next decade.
The good part of it is, though, it has brought more eyeballs, right? Myself included.
Sure.
And checking out the league, and you see, you know what? She's remarkable. But there are a lot of other girls, women, doing remarkable things in this league that I'm not used to from like 20 years ago. Like, she's not the only one playing a different style of basketball these days.
No, and I think hopefully what's starting to happen is what the people in the league wish would happen was, hey, the spotlight is great, you know, and now as she plays different people in the league and more exposure comes nationally, that you're going to get to see all these other stories. People might not have been familiar with Asia Wilson, but now you're seeing the type of season she's having, and
she goes over 1,000 for the first time in WNBA season. That's crazy.
And so, I think people that really love the game, that are basketball fans, will get introduced maybe through this way and then fall in love with the rest of the league.
How much is analytics part of your coaching nowadays? Like, thinking about the three-point shooting, you have people that shoot 35%, 40% on your team. How much is analytics involved now in coaching versus maybe in the past?
I think we've been at it for a while. It's definitely a big part of it. I mean, we get more data than we can, even process for a two-day turnaround for a game. So I think part of my job is just to try to narrow it into something that I can actually take to the team that we can use. So huge. I mean, I think we were probably among the forerunners in our league for trying to do it. I mean, I used to chart stuff by hand. We don't have to do that anymore. But huge. It goes into team building, it goes into the decisions we make in, scattering reports from night to night. But we got the tracking data this year for the first time. So
what is that?
It's like the cameras that are in the arena that are tracking all the players. We just get so many more things.
So you see how much they run.
Yeah, Second Spectrum is the company we use, similar to like a Hawkeye. So we can see matchups, we can see drive directions, you can see all these things that was hard to capture before.
Wow. Let me ask you this.
Very cool.
Obviously, as the coach, you want to advance to the playoffs, you want to win a championship. But are there internal debates that happen all the time? Like, it's better to just maybe get get a higher draft pick and not just kind of squeak into the playoffs? Is that an internal debate that happens?
I think it probably is going on around our league. I won't speak to how much it goes in our. I mean, we've been in the mode of trying to win games. We also have Atlanta's pick, so we're going to end up. No matter what we do, it's going to end up with a lottery pick this year. So we're going to have two picks in the top. Top half of the first round.
All right.
How did you guys do against Caitlin? You beat her the last time you played them in July.
Yeah, 1-2. We lost.
1-2. Okay.
Lost a close one here. Lost one there where we didn't play very well, and then got a win last time we played them.
How do you defend her? I mean, she can get her shot off whenever she wants.
It's that balance between the shooting and then you overreact and she kills you with her passing.
Right.
So we tried to take. I mean, I think the biggest thing is she's going to have the ball so much. You got to be comfortable with the angles you're taking of, hey, we're going to try to take away her early threes, but then we're not going to stay with her forever.
Right.
Luckily, we got some pretty good individual defenders that can just make it hard for her.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, Coach Thibault, we appreciate the time. We know you're busy. 2 games left.
Good luck the rest of the way, man.
Against the Liberty and the Fever.
Hour.
That's right.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. It's a busy day. Best of luck in the last 2 games.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.